Hey everybody, welcome back to Night Owl Video. Today we are doing a recent thrifting haul video, some stuff that I picked up more recently. So I hope you'll stick around and enjoy that. If any of the movies I talk about you have watched or enjoy or whatever, leave comments below. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. I really appreciate it. As of recording this video, I'm up to 135 subscribers right now, so that's pretty cool. I guess my next goal would be 150, and then after that 200. I don't know, it's pretty cool. But anyway, thanks for everyone who has decided to subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying my content. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's review of Mars Needs Women, and this coming Friday I am doing the I guess you could almost say cult classic Dead and Breakfast, the low budget horror comedy from 2004. So make sure you tune in on Friday for that. Ooh, it's gonna be scary, scary stuff. That's a little thing, a little SCTV reference for you olds like me who grew up watching SCTV. If you don't know what SCTV is, it's an old Canadian skit comedy show, and there was a character on there called Count Floyd, and he was sort of like supposed to be doing a spoof on 50s and 60s like late night monster movie hosts, and I just always loved that character, Count Floyd. So you could probably find them on YouTube. They're really, really funny. But anyway, I digress. Today we are talking about some of the more recent pickups that I've found while out thrifting. Not too bad of a haul, actually, because I think this is only within the last couple of weeks. So been finding some pretty cool stuff. So the first one up that I found was a film by Jack Hill presented by Quentin Tarantino, and that is Switchblade Sisters. This is, let's see, does it say what year this is from? I don't see what year this is from. It's definitely like 70s grindhouse. I'm surprised it doesn't have the year listed on it. That's kind of weird. Maybe on the disc itself or something. There's been several of these movies that have been presented by Rolling Thunder Pictures, which I guess is Quentin Tarantino's distribution company. These were like kind of big in the late 90s, early 2000s. Back, or I guess into the early 2000s when he was doing the grindhouse and that kind of stuff. But this is, yeah, a film by Jack Hill. I don't know anything about this except that it's most like another must-see cinema favorite from maverick filmmaker Quentin Tarantino. Let's see. Jack Hill's Switchblade Sisters is the outlandish, action-packed story of a tough gang of teenage girls, the all-female Dagger Debs, who are looking for love and fighting for turf on the mean streets of the city. So, yeah, this is going to be your cheesy 70s grindhouse type stuff. Switchblade Sisters, so easy to kill, so hard to love. So, I'll check this out. I don't mind some of this kind of stuff. Yeah, Switchblade Sisters. The next one up is one that I've looked at so many times and passed on, and I found this for $2, so I decided to pull the trigger. This is actually a Sam Raimi film, the director of Evil Dead. From like the early 2000s, I think this was. Yeah, the year 2000, actually. This is like kind of a spooky supernatural drama. The cast is crazy. Cate Blanchett, Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, Greg Kinnear, and Hilary Swank. A sexy twist-a-minute thriller, says Peter Travers of the Rolling Stones. So I did see this back in the VHS days when it came out, and I remember really liking it. So I'm kind of interested to revisit this one. I like all of these actors too, so I'm kind of excited to revisit this one because it's been like 23 years since I've seen it. So yeah, kind of a cool one. I think I was just waiting for a nice copy of it for low dollars. The next one up is Lady Snowblood. I know definitely one of my followers who probably is going to have some comments on this one. This is KG Mako is Queen Snowblood, Lady Snowblood, sorry. Actually, another Tarantino connection on this because it says movie soundtrack contains the song "The Flower of Carnage," featured in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 1. So I don't know if they were trying to like sell this because of the Tarantino connection, but I paid a bit more for this. I think I paid $8 for this. It's still actually factory sealed, which is pretty impressive after all these years. Just trying to see if there's a date on this. This is from 2004 from Toho International Company. It looks like it's put out by a whole bunch of people. Animago, Samurai Cinema. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this film inspired Tarantino's Kill Bill quite a bit. I've never seen this, but I did want to grab it because it's one I've never seen, and I definitely don't see this around very much. This is from a new 35mm print. It's 97 minutes, Japanese language with English subtitles. And if you look closely in the corner, this was originally $32.99. And that was probably back in the heyday of... it's from 2010, actually. On the sticker it says 2010. So this was probably a fairly rare DVD to come across. I don't know how rare it is these days, but anyway, I'm going to check it out. Again, it's one of those ones like I've never seen that out and about thrifting, so I was like, oh, I'll grab it and see what it's like. The next one up is Rock Hudson and Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles. I believe this is a made-for-TV film. It's a 2-disc set, the old flipper disc. Not so good, but this is 4 hours and 53 minutes long, almost 5 hours long. So it's a mini-series that ran in 1980. I don't know this at all. I don't remember as a kid seeing this on TV or whatever, but it has, like I said, Rock Hudson, Gail Honeycutt, Bernie Casey, Roddy McDowell, Darren McGavin, Bernadette Peters, sorry. This is, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. This is a full screen DVD, unfortunately, but we'll make do. I don't know if I'll watch this right away. This might go on the shelf for a while until I am in the mood. I am kind of in a sci-fi mood lately, so I might get to it sooner than later, but kind of a cool find. I've never seen this out thrifting, so I definitely wanted to grab that. Up next, an upgrade for me from VHS. This is Christian Slater in Pump Up the Volume. Again, factory sealed from, I think, 2004. This edition's from 2004, I think. 2001, it says. So I don't know if this edition's actually been sealed since 2001, but that would be impressive if it was. This is written and directed by Alan Moyle. Who was the... Samantha Mathis, I guess, is the other person in this film. I remember I saw this in the theater. I saw this on video a bunch of times. I have the soundtrack. I think it's this one that has Bad Brains with Henry Rollins doing Kick Out the Jams, if I'm not mistaken. It also has that cool Pixies Wave of Mutilation, but it's like the surf version. I remember really liking the soundtrack to this movie back when it came out, and I think this is from 90, maybe 1990. Yeah, 1990, from New Line Productions. So that was kind of a cool find. Again, it's factory sealed, so you know it's going to be in mint condition. Who doesn't love some late 80s, early 90s Christian Slater? I mean, just great. And this, I also work in radio, so I like this movie because of that. Because when this came out, I was a volunteer at my local community radio station, and so this was kind of cool to watch because this guy's doing more of like ham radio, but still was kind of a cool thing at that time. But like I said, killer soundtrack. Oh, I think it's time to take a sip of some coffee. Cheers. I haven't done that in a while. I used to do early on my channel, like a year ago. I used to always sip my coffee. Up next, another one that I think I paid $2 for this, which I thought was kind of a steal. And that's Studio Ghibli's Ponyo. This is the Walt Disney edition from 2010. It is also a 2-disc set. Whoever owned this, loved this movie, still has all the inserts in it and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw this once before and really, really liked it. I haven't seen it in probably close to 10 years now, but I really like this. The voice cast on this is amazing as well. Cate Blanchett again, who was also in The Gift, as I showed a few minutes ago. Matt Damon, Tina Fey, Cloris Leachman, Liam Neeson, Lily Tomlin, Betty White. It has them all. And I don't know all of the Studio Ghibli movies, but this one and My Neighbor Totoro, I think, Totoro. I like that one too. So I'll probably save that for a rainy Sunday afternoon, maybe. I love that movie. Another one, this was on my wish list, actually, of movies that I've been on the prowl for, and I was really excited to find this at my local thrift shop, and that is Fire and Ice. Yes, this is the Blue Underground edition. Some cool inside artwork. Check out that cover art, though. It's just beautiful. I don't play D&D, but I love D&D artwork. I don't know what you call a person that loves D&D artwork, but that's what I am, I guess. This edition, the film was released in 1982. This DVD is from 2008. Special features are an audio commentary with producer-director Ralph Bakshi, the making of Fire Ice, Bakshi on Frazetta, Sean Hannon's diary notes, behind-the-scenes still gallery, theatrical trailer from 1983, 81 minutes long, color. What is this? I don't know what this is rated, but this is from the director of the original animated Lord of the Rings, Ralph Bakshi, and the illustrator of Conan the Barbarian, Frank Frazetta. So if you've never seen this and you like 80s sword and sorcery, this is your jam. This is your jam. I actually might watch this tonight. But yeah, I really, really like this movie. And again, this was on my... I have a wish list, or like a list of movies that I'm on the hunt for. There's about 20 or 30 movies on it. This was one of them. And pretty high up on the list as well. So really happy to find this one. Like I said, if you've never seen it and you like 80s sword and sorcery, Conan, Frank Frazetta... If you like Ralph Bakshi's art style, like the Lord of the Rings film, the animated one, I should say, this is it. This is the one for you. Yeah. Another movie that I just picked up that I actually rewatched last weekend that I thought I saw before and liked, but I rewatched this, and this movie might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that may shock some of you. But it's Halloween 5. Oh, there's some plastic on it. Wow, this movie is a real stinker. I have it on VHS back here somewhere. And I did watch this in recent years, and I don't remember watching it and thinking, oh my God, this is awful. But this time watching it, maybe it was just my mood, but whoo, this movie is bad, 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 bad. Disjointed. Michael Myers is hardly in it. There's way too much screaming in this movie, okay? Like, over-the-top screaming to the point where you're like, oh my God, give it up. I do think Danielle Harris, who plays the little girl in the film, she's actually really good in this and quite convincing, but this movie is on the Halloween scale, like this would be low, low, low for me. Maybe I'm sure there's some Halloween 5 fanatics out there, and I apologize if you are, but I will keep this in my collection just because I'm a bit of a completionist with these franchise movies, but And I don't see this one out and about very often. So this is an Anchor Bay release from 2012. It's pretty basic. There's no special. There are special features. There are some commentaries and things like that, but pretty basic edition. Anyway, maybe I'll revisit in a couple of years and I'll like it. The other thing that occurred to me was maybe I binged like the franchise or something, and maybe it just kind of blended in or something. But because I don't remember disliking part 4 all that much, but I don't know. If you've never seen any of the Halloween films and you want to jump in, I would say just watch the first one. There's some other ones that are okay, but like they definitely kind of fall off for me. The next one up is another one from the Midnight Movies collection. Here's a little teaser. This is a double feature. This is also from the same thrift shop that I go to quite often. This is Devils of Darkness and Witchcraft. Trying to see the years on here. 1965 and 1964. This DVD is from 2007. This again, as you know, if you watch my channel, I'm always on the hunt for these midnight movies. Oftentimes they're not that great, but this is actually kind of cool because the movies each have their own disc, which usually on these ones they compress them and put them on the same disc together, and the quality's pretty bad. But these look like your cheesy 60s. They're not Hammer movies, I don't think, but they kind of have that look to them, don't they? Yeah, so I'll probably check these out again. Maybe a rainy Sunday afternoon in the summer or something. This one is one that I've been on the hunt for a while. A pretty common one, but usually when I find this, it's really beat up. This is from the Warner Brothers 4 Film Favorites combo collection, and that's all 4 of the vacation movies. I have Christmas Vacation on Blu-ray, which I will continue to watch in that format, but I didn't have the other ones. I grew up on the first one, European. I remember, which isn't as good as the first one. It's got a bit of charm, but nowhere near as good as the first one. Then Christmas Vacation, which I saw in the theater a couple of times. I love that movie. And then Vegas Vacation, which came out in, I think, 97, I want to say, which I thought was not bad, actually. I enjoyed it. I do like Chevy Chase, even though I heard he's not such a great guy on set, but that's alleged. So, again, I don't know. I've never met the man, but in these movies, I love Chevy Chase, especially the first one. If you've never seen these movies, they're classic 80s comedies, 80s and 90s, I guess. I usually watch Christmas Vacation every Christmas. But like I said, I did find that on Blu-ray a couple of years ago, so that's probably how I'll watch it. But I was happy to add these. These are great summer movies too. Like, again, on a rainy Sunday afternoon in the summer, pop one of these on. They're just really funny. Family road trip, adventure, disaster type things. So anyway, I was really happy to add that. $4 for this, so that's $1 a movie. I kind of can't beat that. More Sword and Sorcery coming up. Here, I'll see if you can guess what the movie is. Any guesses? That's right. It's Red Sonja. Check that out. Oh, yeah. I was really happy to find this. This is another upgrade for me from VHS, so I was really happy to upgrade to this DVD. Look at that. Great cover. Great poster for the movie right there. I can't remember if I don't think I did a review on this yet, but I feel like I did talk about it. But that Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't, like, he looks like Conan, but he's not actually Conan in the movie because I don't think they could get the rights to do that. Red Sonja being another comic book character. But for all intents and purposes, I feel like Schwarzenegger is playing Conan in this film. But yeah, I don't I'm trying to remember if I don't think I saw this in the theater back in the day. I did see, and I was 12 when the original Conan came out, so I think my parents probably thought I was too young to go see that. I did see Conan the Destroyer with my grandfather, though. And I think he was not too impressed with that. But Red Sonja, kind of in that, feels like it's in that universe, sword and sorcery. This is directed by Richard Fleischer. This also stars Sandal Bergman. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it says starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, introducing Bridget Nielsen. So I guess this must be her first movie. I didn't know that. She was also in another movie I just reviewed, Cobra, with Sylvester Stallone. The special features are a trailer. That's it. Pretty bare bones edition of this. I'm sure there's a nicer Blu-ray from some boutique label, but for now, 89-minute runtime, Butte, PG-13. This edition is from Warner Brothers. See if I can find a year on it. This is from 2004. So, but you can clearly see that the way they marketed this film, it was like, here's a new Schwarzenegger movie, even though it's Bridget Nielsen's movie. But, they wanted to sell tickets back then. So I'm trying to remember what year this was. 1985. I did watch this in the last couple of years, and really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. If you like 80s sword and sorcery, this is the jam for you right here. Strong female lead, Schwarzenegger, just got a cool vibe to it. I can't remember the story all that well, but you can see some of the pictures on the back there, maybe. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I would recommend this movie. Maybe I'll do a review of this for Cult Movie Tuesdays coming up soon. And then the next movie is the one I actually reviewed yesterday, which is Mars Needs Women, starring Tommy Kirk and Yvonne Craig, who was Batgirl from the 60s Batman. Directed by Larry Buchanan, one of the kings of schlock. This is from 1968. Runtime 1 hour 22 minutes. Color, rated PG. You can go back and watch my review if you want from yesterday. I didn't really care for this film all that much. I know it's cheesy, schlocky 60s sex, sci-fi, whatever. I don't know what you want to call this, but again, I did buy it because of the Midnight Movies logo, because I generally will buy any of those, but not such a good movie. And then last is a movie that I'm actually reviewing on Friday, and that is Dead and Breakfast. A great title for a movie. This was written and directed by Matthew Leutwiler. It stars Dietrich Bader, Portia de Rossi, David Carradine, Jeremy Sisto, all kinds of people. This is your low-budget horror comedy. Came out the same year as Shaun of the Dead, unfortunately, and I think it got compared to that a lot. And we all know, or I think most people know, Shaun of the Dead is like a really, really good horror comedy. I think this one holds its own. It's super gory, like way more gory than Shaun of the Dead. But I think it holds its own. Enjoyable. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a review of this on Friday for my Fright Friday series right here on Night Owl Video. So make sure you come back on Friday for that. I hope you enjoyed this thrifting haul video. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies, what you thought of them, if you like them, dislike them. Again, I've never really said this on the channel, but I live in a pretty small city, and so options are limited for what you can actually get. I mean, there is a really great thrift store near me where I find a lot of stuff, and I think more recently somebody donated sold their collection to this particular store, and so I've been getting a lot of really good stuff, but I'm sure that will eventually dry up. But anyway, so if you've ever wondered on my channel why I don't get all those like fancy boutique movies and stuff like that, well, there's really not many places around here where I live to buy them. And if you find a place, they're really expensive. And I just don't have the money. So I am thrifty when it comes to movies. So I like to find my movies cheap, and I like to hunt for them too. I don't shop online, so I don't really go in for all the boutique stuff. But sometimes, occasionally, I find those boutique titles in thrift stores and stuff like that. So I pick them up when I can. But otherwise, I do my best. I think the stack is actually pretty good. Maybe with the exception of Halloween 5, but some people might argue with me on that even. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm just knocking over all the movies. Super cool. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video, where I post what's coming up during the week, and usually, but more usually, I post what's happening on any given day of the week. So, but you can keep up to date when I post new videos. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers to my channel. You are awesome. Thank you for joining me. And I guess that's it for this. So again, leave comments if you've seen any of those movies, if you like them, what you think of them, and give me the thumbs up if you like this video. Until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store, or, you know, just out and about somewhere. Until then, take good care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye.